I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to cut your own hair at home. I've done a couple other videos like this in the past, but in those videos I've showed you how to get a lot of layers in your hair. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because, as you can see, my hair is just very long and I kind of like it long and cozy. It keeps me warm in these cold winter Toronto months. You know, I could just like wear it as a scarf. I have been due for a haircut for a really long time, but like I said, I didn't want to cut any layers into my hair because I really like the way that it looks just as it is. But because my hair was so grown out, my angle was grown out, and all of this hair was literally just in my face like this, and I was borderline looking like the girl from The Grudge. So I wanted to cut a angle into my hair and really just open up my face so that you can see my face and I'm not covered in hair, because I'm already covered in hair naturally. Thanks, Dad, so much. One thing that I really like about heavy angled haircuts is that it helps to contour your face at the same time. Now I know it sounds super crazy, but when you cut your hair in a certain way, it gives the illusion that your face is chiseled in a certain way, which is a good thing for me because your girl is carrying a little holiday weight.
Oh my, how much do you weigh, Ross? I prefer not to answer that right now. I'm still carrying a little holiday weight.
A little extra holiday weight, and it's not even the holidays yet, so anything to get that contoured look, you know? Before we get into the video, there are only two teeny tiny important things that I want to get out of the way. Number one, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed? And number two, please invest in a really good pair of scissors. Don't just grab any craft scissors or the scissors that you have lying around in your kitchen and start cutting your hair with that. Go to Sally's, spend like 50 or 60 bucks for a good pair of scissors, and not only are those scissors gonna last you a lifetime, you're gonna notice a huge difference in your haircut and the way that your hair looks and how long your haircut lasts. So that's about all I had to tell you guys. I am going to be switching over to voiceover because I have a tendency to talk more than I should. So switching over to voiceover right about now, and let's get into the tutorial. I'm going to start by brushing my hair all the way back so that there's no part, and then I'm going to grab a rat tail comb and I'm going to use my nose as a guide to create a center part going all the way to the back of my head. But don't worry if the part isn't perfect towards the back of your head, because we're not going to be cutting that hair anyways. So this haircut video is a little different than my previous haircut videos because I am going to be cutting my hair dry, and that's because I get to see the finished look immediately. So now we're going to create a part from the top of our head going to the top of our ear, and we're just going to go straight down. You want to make sure that you don't go too far back on your head where your head kind of curves, because then it's going to give the illusion that you have layers in your hair, and we really want to focus on that front angle. So keep the part right at the top of your head going down to the top of your ear. So now that we have our two sections in the front, I'm going to take the back section and I'm going to tie it up and move it out of the way because we're not going to be cutting this hair. You should have three sections like this, one that's tied away and two that we're going to be cutting. So now from the very front, we're going to create a triangle section. Now this is going to be the shortest hair in the angle, and essentially this is going to be your bang, like your shortest bang. So depending on the thickness of your triangle, you can have them be not as thick or a little on the thicker side like I'm doing over here. So now you're just going to grab your fingers, you're going to sandwich the hair in between your fingers, and you're going to drag your fingers down to the length that you want to cut your hair. I suggest starting off long and then going shorter after you're done cutting it first and seeing how it sits on your face, because you can always go shorter, but unfortunately you can't grow your hair back instantly. So start off long and then go shorter as you see how it looks. So this is going to look a little crazy right now, and I'm going to look like Christopher Columbus, and it's going to look like I jacked up my hair, but I promise you it's all going to come together in the end. Now I'm just going to brush out my hair because you never want to cut your hair with tangles in it. You always want it to be nice and smooth and silky. And I'm just going to pin back one side and work on one side at a time. So I'm working on my left side, and I'm taking a 2-inch diagonal section going back towards my ear. We're going to be doing this in sections. Not only are you going to get better control with this, but you're going to get a better cut. So we're going to clip back that bigger section and we're going to start on the section closest to our face. We're going to sandwich the hair between our fingers again, but this time we're not going to hold our fingers straight. We're going to bring it down at a diagonal. And now you see that little chunk that's at the very front of my fingers? Those are the bangs that we cut. I'm just going to cut those at an angle so it's not straight across and it's more of an angle. And now that we have that guide, which is the bang, which is the shortest piece right at the tip of our fingers, we're going to grab our scissors and we're going to pivot them and we're going to over direct the hair to the other side of our face. So since I'm working on my left side, I'm going to over direct to the right side so that we get a nice, beautiful angle. That the first piece is cut, I'm going to let down the section that we clipped away, grab another 2 inches, and then clip away the rest of the hair, and we're going to start cutting this piece now. So like the previous piece, we're going to use that bang as our guide. That's the shortest piece, and you want to imagine a diagonal line going from that shortest piece all the way to the end of your hair. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to pivot your scissors, and you're going to over direct the hair to the right side, and you're going to get a really beautiful feathered cut like this. The reason that we pivot our scissors is so that we don't get a harsh line cut, we get more of a softer cut and it's more blended. Now again, releasing the section that we have left, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. So again, brushing the hair down, coming at an angle with my fingers. You see the guide at the very tip of my fingers right here. I'm going to grab my scissors, and you're always going to cut from the inside of your scissors, never from the tip of your scissors, and you're going to pivot your fingers and over direct the hair to the right side or the opposite side that you're working on, and just keep going. And this is going to give you, again, a very blended, feathered look. You can see the difference when you cut straight across, like we did our bangs. It was very harsh, whereas this was at a diagonal and we over directed the hair and we pivot the scissors. You can see a really big difference in that. So here's the difference in the two sides. My left side is way more open and feathered, and my right side is just kind of like meh. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing on my right side. I'm going to start with my 2-inch sections, grab my fingers, sandwich the hair diagonally between my fingers, and over direct to my left side and create my angle. And I'm just going to go real quick through this because I'm sure you get the point of over directing and pivoting your scissors, and you're just tired of hearing that word pivot. So I'm just going to finish this up. Then we're just going to check to see that both sides are even and we have a nice feathered angle on both sides. Once that's good, you're going to start feathering your Christopher Columbus bangs. So I'm going to grab the bangs and I'm going to cut vertically into them, which is called point cutting. And this is just going to soften the ends. It's not going to make them shorter. It's just going to make them look softer and not as heavy because we're cutting into them. And there is the finished haircut. And this is how much hair I ended up cutting off. And I love the way that it turned out. It is my go-to haircut of the moment. I feel like it really made a big difference in opening up my face. So now we've reached the awkward posing stage of the video, so here we go. And the beautiful thing while we watch this awkward posing about this haircut is that you can wear your hair in a middle part, you can wear this haircut in a side part, doesn't matter, middle, left side, right side. It's just such a versatile haircut. It looks beautiful on everyone. So that's about it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it and you learned something new. If you did, you know the drill. Give your girl a great big thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below on what you would like to see next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.